Bill Clinton, a president, Al Gore, his vice president, and Democratic presidential candidate in 2000, the British royal family, the Mossad, they're all implicated in this. So what that tells us is that Bill Clinton is not just like a bad guy he's a really profound guy and an intelligent guy and a patriot. We just disagree with him. No, he is okay with pedophilia. He's literally part of the pedophile elite. And so are all the other politicians, and so is all the media, and so is the British royal family, and so is Israel for that matter, and so is all of Hollywood. And what does that tell you about the way that society runs? It tells you basically that everything you think you know is wrong. Everything is not as it seems. And these reports are very important because this is the proof. This is the proof. That, when you talk about a red pill, this is a red pill in the sense that this is something that cannot be denied. It's confirmed. It's factual. It's in black and white. And it tells you that everything that you see on TV is an illusion. And, you can either just accept that or you can't, and that's why it's quite literally that classic red pill concept. It's difficult to digest that. It's difficult to swallow that or come around to that. But it's true. And easily you could just simply ignore that because you don't like to believe that. It's uncomfortable or whatever. But it's something like this that just stares you right in the face. And where there were rumors before, speculation before, increasingly we're now getting confirmation about this Pizzagate stuff and about the pedophile elite and Jeffrey Epstein. It's all coming out. It's provable. It's in black and white. It's no longer the kind of stuff that you just find on a weird internet forum or whatever. Thanks to the internet, it is all out there for anybody that wants to find it. And it tells us that what we're doing right now, what we're up against, is not just, as I said, people that are maybe well-intentioned, but their policies have bad consequences, or people that we just disagree with, or it's a battle of good and evil. We're literally battling Satan's army on earth, battling evil people, the kind of people that fly on private jets to private islands to have sex with children. And this is all facilitated by a billionaire who got his money probably from a foreign government for the purpose of doing that, for luring in the world's most powerful people, forcing them to have sex with children, or I guess enticing them to have sex with children so that they can be blackmailed and controlled. The world runs on relationships like this. The world runs on initiation and on the process of doing that. The people that are making the big decisions, the big movers and shakers, the people that are allowed, that are permitted to have any influence in the world, on this planet, in this country, they go through an initiation process like that, and they're beholden to powers such as those that Jeffrey Epstein worked for. That's how the world works. So that's the featured story. Is we've all heard about this Bill Clinton connection, and typically where there's smoke, there's fire. But you can take a look at this court report. You can look at this unsealed court document. And very quickly, once you start to think about the real implications, the logical conclusion of all of this, and it unravels the entire world and the way that all of this stuff works. This small collection of a small group of elites in the Democratic Party, in the media, a few millionaires, billionaires, or financiers, connections of foreign governments. This is where it's all tied together. And it really becomes apparent what we're really up against. Which, a lot of people, maybe they like to meme about that or they pay lip service to it, but you've got to believe it because it's real. Some people are still stuck in this mentality that, our biggest threat is like Joe Biden. And people are talking about Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is such a nasty woman. Okay, but pedophiles control the world. But did you know that? I see all day long on from our finest Turning Point brand ambassadors on Twitter and TikTok, all these memes about Nancy Pelosi is a nasty woman. Joe Biden, he has Alzheimer's. Or Jerry Nadler, he's a silly guy. Okay. But what do you think about the fact that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent, Ghislaine Maxwell, who was brought in for being the closest confidant of Jeffrey Epstein, her father was a Jewish Mossad agent who helped Israel become founded as a country. And Jeffrey Epstein got $1 billion to a phony real estate shell operation so that he could buy a private island to entice world leaders and celebrities into having sex with children so that he could blackmail them. But what do you think about that? What do you think about this? Right? But all of that can be proven just through the facts that we've talked about on this show and a few others about this Ghislaine Maxwell thing. And I want you to think about that the next time somebody says, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. You see a lot of normies that say that. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself, and it's a punchline to a joke. It's like jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, which it doesn't. They say Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself, and that's the punchline to a silly joke that we all laugh at. It's a button that you press and it elicits laughter. But think about what that means when people meme about that and understand that they're mocking us. They're laughing at us. The joke is on us. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. People killed him because of who he was and what he did. And they did that in broad daylight in front of everybody in a maximum security prison to demonstrate that they could. And that you would know about it and that you could do nothing about it. And it would be everywhere and everyone would talk about it. And no one would still know exactly what it meant. Or have enough power to stop it, right? And I want everyone to think about that the next time you hear Epstein didn't kill himself. Or, people have been saying Ghislaine Maxwell will not kill herself. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. That's the real deal. That's the real world that we're living in. So that's Jeffrey Epstein. That's Bill Clinton. It's so weird why no one wants to talk about that. But